Just in, midnight ring moments between Princess Leonor and Prince Christian on his 20th birthday. The palace corridors were supposed to be quiet at midnight, reserved only for guards, late shift aides, and the occasional royal night owl sneaking tea. But this midnight was different. This was the moment that set royal watchers buzzing across Europe, a quiet exchange, a glimmer of gold, and two future monarchs caught in a moment that no one saw coming, until now. What really happened between Princess Leonor of Spain and Prince Christian of Denmark during his 20th birthday celebration? Why are insiders whispering about a ring moment, and what could it mean for the future of two royal houses that have spent centuries orbiting one another but never quite intertwining? Settle in, because this story only gets better. A birthday fit for a future king. Crown Prince Christian's 20th birthday wasn't meant to be a global spectacle. Officially, the Danish royal court announced a private family celebration, a low-key milestone before the more ceremonial duties of adulthood fully sweep him into their rhythm. But the guest list was more intriguing than the location. Princess Leonor, now 20 herself, fresh into her role as Spain's future queen and increasingly visible in state duties, was invited. Publicly, her team framed it as a gesture of goodwill between two European heirs. Privately, insiders hinted that Christian himself had personally requested her presence. If true, that small detail alone makes what happened at midnight a lot more meaningful. Why midnight was the moment that mattered? Royal birthdays typically have one quiet tradition. At midnight, the inner circle gathers for an intimate toast. No cameras, no formalities, just those closest to the heir. Princess Leonor being present at that moment is the first indicator that their relationship, whatever it is no longer merely diplomatic. Witnesses describe the midnight gathering as soft-lit, warm, and smaller than expected. A few cousins, a handful of childhood friends, immediate family members, and Leonor. But what set the internet on fire was what happened after the toast. The ring that sparked 1,000 theories. Here's what we know. During the toast, Christian gave small, personalized tokens to the people he considered most important. To some, it was engraved cufflinks. To others, framed photos of shared memories. But the item he gave Leonor was different. Sources say he presented her with a slim, gold band, not a classic engagement ring, but something more symbolic. Delicate, personal, a gesture with depth, not ceremony. Observers claimed she looked surprised, then touched, so much so that she instinctively reached to put the ring on her finger before hesitating. Was it romantic? Was it symbolic? Was it a promise? No one in the room is giving a straight answer. But palace watchers know this: royal gifts are never accidental. A growing history between them. This midnight moment didn't appear out of nowhere. These two heirs have crossed paths more frequently in the past 2 years than the public realized. At the 2024 Royal Youth Summit, they were spotted in deep conversation during an unstructured break. At a private Scandinavian Spanish cultural meeting, a photo surfaced of the two laughing, unposed, relaxed, and clearly comfortable. At the European Leadership Retreat, both heirs attended the same dinner, and those present noted unexpected chemistry. Add to this a handful of private visits, quiet, unannounced, protected by palace discretion, and the picture comes into sharper focus. Two young royals, both stepping into roles once held by their parents, both under tremendous pressure, finding a rare equal in each other. It's no wonder the public is rooting for them. What the ring could mean. To be clear, this was not an engagement ring. Not by royal standards. There was no diamond, no announcement, no protocol. But symbolic rings hold enormous significance in European royal culture. In Spain, such rings have historically been used to mark deep personal trust. In Denmark, they've been exchanged privately between royal couples before official engagements. Across Europe, simple bands have signaled exclusivity long before public declarations were ever made. If Christian intended the ring as a sign of affection, it signals a shift from friendship into something closer to courtship. If it was symbolic of alliance, it hints at unprecedented cooperation between two future monarchs. If it was a promise, well, that's the version royal fans are hoping for. How Leonor reacted and why it matters. Multiple insiders described her expression as softened, emotional, but composed, a description that sends royal commentators into instant analysis mode. Leonor is known for her discipline. Spain has raised her to be a future queen with unshakable self-control. So the fact that this moment drew such a visible reaction is telling. After receiving the ring, she reportedly held Christian's gaze for several seconds, spoke quietly, and then placed the ring safely into her small satin clutch. Not on her finger, but not returned either. A choice that speaks volumes. Why the royals are staying silent, for now. Both palaces have refused to comment officially. Spain's Casa Real dismissed questions, saying, "The princess attended a private event and we do not comment on personal exchanges." Denmark's court echoed the same tune, calling it a family celebration, with no official implications. But silence, in royal terms, often signals complexity, not denial. If this were nothing, it would be easy to say so. Instead, both sides are choosing discretion, which historically has meant only one thing: the situation is real, delicate, and potentially important. What this means for the future of Europe's young royals. If Princess Leonor and Prince Christian truly are growing closer, this could be one of the most significant personal alliances in modern royal history. Imagine it: a Spanish queen and a Danish king, bonded before their reigns even begin. A cross-cultural relationship bridging two influential European monarchies. Two heirs rewriting the story of modern royal romance, one built on equality, shared responsibility, and mutual respect. It's early, too early for declarations, but not too early to recognize the potential. This midnight moment may be remembered as the beginning of something extraordinary. Final thoughts. The spark everyone felt. One guest put it best. You could feel something shift in the room. Not loudly, not dramatically, just, clearly. Whatever Princess Leonor and Prince Christian are to each other right now, friends, confidants, something more, the ring moment on his 20th birthday marks a new chapter. A chapter the world will be watching eagerly. And if this story is any indication, it's going to be a beautiful one.